how you doing? My name is Joseph Ngugi, one of the co-founders of the NGPT Mentors, and this is our very first episode of the New Grad PTs journey to clinic ownership. A little bit more about what we're doing, what our mission is. Peep the very first part of this video and enjoy the rest of it. Let's go. How you doing? My name is Joseph Ngugi, one of the New Grad PT Mentors, and this is...
I'm Javier Carlin, the other New Grad PT Mentor.
And we are both physical therapists, both 1 year out of PT school. Tonight we have a pretty major announcement. New Grad PT Mentors is taking a bit of a shift, but we honestly believe it will be for the better. Absolutely. We're not going anywhere. Nope. In fact, we're actually doubling down, and it's going to be really good.
We're going to be doing a lot more showing than telling. What we found is that it's not as impactful as if we just showed it to you.
Yeah.
Showed you our journey as New Grad PTs.
We want to bring you into our world. We want to make it real because it is a grind. There's a lot of effort that goes into it. Everything from patient relations to marketing to business to everything. We're going all in and we're bringing you with us. All right. So if you're excited, if you're ready, let's get it. That's what New Grad PT Mentors is about. Let's go.
Let's go. Come and show me.
You see fireworks and Corvette tires skirt the boulevard. I know how you work, I know just who you are. See, use a picture on who Charlie switch inside your DNA.
Good morning, NGPTs. It's Joseph here and
Javier Carlin,
the New Grad PT Mentors. We're on our way to the clinic. But real quick, we want to tell you about tonight. What do we have tonight, Javi?
Tonight we have NGPT Talk Tuesdays, where you ask any question that you have and we answer them. That's basically it. 9:30 p.m. Go ahead and start dropping your questions down below now. We'll go ahead and take a look at them and we'll answer them tonight. Just tune in. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire.
Just like we said before, we're going to be bringing you into our lives so you see a little bit about how we're going to do what we're pursuing to do, which is open 2 clinics in the next few months. So let's get it. See you tonight. Have a good one. Bye.
Hey. Is how are you able to become more efficient, wake up earlier and serve more people at a higher level? And this is a question it's very relevant to what we do on a daily basis and how you see us, really just with so much energy throughout our day, how we're able to grind and hustle every single day. And it's hard for people to understand how we do it because a lot of people aren't really so hype about waking up early and getting things done so early on in their day. And it's not easy. It really isn't. And I completely understand it. But I think this is a good topic for us to speak about, and I'm super glad we asked it. Out of all the questions we had today, this is the one that we wanted to tackle, and this is the only one that we will answer.
What is your necessity? Now, let's not make this all fluffy and all that. So our necessity is, 1, Javier and I want to be successful clinicians, which we've made clear, but 2, we want, as current online business owners, but future clinic owners and so many other things, the level at which we want to serve our patients. So there are mornings where we'll be, I usually read about an hour to an hour and a half before I leave my place to go to the clinic, which means that I'm doing it for a reason. I'm not just reading. Now, don't get me wrong, reading for fun is great, but I'm doing it primarily because it's personal development. I know that if I go in with a certain level of mindset or with a book that's going to actually help shape how I take care of my patients, how I spend my time more wisely, how appropriate for this conversation,
right,
and so on and so forth, it actually helps me wake up. Because every single morning when I wake up, there's not a single ounce of my body that says, all right, it's time to wake up, let's go. Nah. But my natural instinct is to snooze. So what I have to do is really just based off of a book that I read called The 5-Second Rule. I have to count down from 5 to 0. By the time I'm at 0, I'm already sitting up and ready to go. But it's not because I'm naturally a morning person. It's not because Javi naturally wakes up. Javi takes more naps than I've ever seen in my life. But ultimately, what we have is we have necessity. Hey, yo, listen, this is what we're going to be using to film all of our different lives and all that. But we are on a mission. Let's freaking go.
Hey.
Good morning, y'all. How you guys doing?
Good morning, good morning. We are just doing a quick live just to kind of show you what we're working on right now. We have a few things lined up on our schedule, as you can see on that mirror right there. I don't know if you can see it. I don't think you can see it, but a little bit closer. But we have a bunch of stuff that we've written out here, basically our schedule.
To go back into Automator.
Yeah.
And then click on Campaigns, and then click Create a Campaign.
Create a campaign?
Yep. And then just give it whatever name you want to call it. Like, it doesn't matter.
You know, based on whether it's a runner, whether it's a CrossFitter, or whatever else, you want to just be able to take the same landing page and just clone it and then tweak it based on what that viewer or what that consumer would want.
So if Matt and I didn't go out and create that podcast, we're being selfish by not sharing our information with other people to help get that information out to them. So I had that mindset going in, and I just said, look, you know, one day I just talked to him and said, dude, we just have to do it.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. So it is 7:30 in the morning. We're here a half hour early to, you know, just start grinding to avoid traffic. We got our coffee on. Yep. What's up?
You already know.
That's it, man. So here we are doing, you know, the sexy stuff like putting hot packs on top of a cart, making sure the place is looking clean, putting the chairs back, all that fun stuff. But this is the real world, you know. This is this is us on the daily.
I mean, I think part of it is really just the fact that, especially like as new grad PTs, there's a part of it where you feel like, because, well, I have a doctorate degree, there's an ego part that comes with it where you're like, man, there's certain things I just can't do. There's certain things I don't want to do. There's certain things that are low dollar value that really somebody else should be doing. And because of that, you end up really shortcutting yourself and putting yourself in the position where you're actually willing to put in the level of work that, you know, you really, well, this is going to be necessary to really do what we're doing, right? And if you're going to be following our journey, you'll start realizing that there's a lot of things we're doing. I mean, yesterday, just all the things we were doing on the computer, not all that was exciting, but the goal of what we want is insanely exciting. So we're going to keep doing it. That's it.
That's it, guys. Tune in.
So one thing I'm starting to realize is that, especially as new grad clinicians, it's very important to have go-to locations to keep yourself energized during the day. It's Thursday here, and honestly, like, this is my go-to. So every time at lunchtime, this is where I come to. This is my view. This is my scene. Just because it's the only. I mean, if you're gonna go all in, we can't, as new grads, we can't really do anything half-heartedly. And if you have big goals like we do, which is to open clinics and do so much more, then you're gonna have to give yourself outlets during the day. That's exactly what I'm doing. So let's get it. This is my spot right here.
I was drowning, and I almost let myself just go. Like, I almost just gave up. What does it look like if Joseph gives up and keeps drowning? Well, Joseph and Casey keep talking about, in the future you have patients waiting for you. Okay, let me paint for you a picture of what it looks like. Well, first of all, second year of PT school, if I pull the plug, what does that look like for me? Well, it looks like me not going into a profession that I actually have passion about. So my level of happiness, and I'm a pretty hype person, like, my level of happiness goes downhill. 2, there's a good chance that the amount of care that I would have been able to pour into my fiance would have gone down as well, because my level of satisfaction with life would have also diminished. She would have been very supportive, but it would have affected a lot of things. Number 3, I'm in the clinic right now where I work, where I'm the clinical director. I don't get to be here right now. I don't get to get on the calls, on the 7 calls I got on yesterday with pre-PTs. I don't get to get on the power calls that I had right before this call and the one I had right after this call with pre-physical therapy students that are passionate, that are fighting, that are frustrated because I wasn't willing to stand up in my own 3 feet of water. A lot of times what we don't show is Javi and I really eat a lot together.
especially because we're always discussing a lot of things regarding the clinic. Right now we're currently outside of the clinic, just really just having a conversation really about how the week has gone. It's always good for us to reflect individually, but also as we're moving forward, because remember our goal is to open clinics and just show you how to do it in real time. And so as we're doing that, we really do reflect on what's happening in real time.
When people say, oh, I don't know if it's the best time, it's never gonna be the damn best time. The best time was yesterday. The second best time is right now. So if you're holding off on something because you think, oh, you know what, I'll eventually get to it, I'll take care of it someday. That someday never comes, it never does. And when it does, it might be too late. So start preparing from right now.